I'll just.
There we go.
Don't worry, I turned it. I got it. I got you.
I'm like, hitting. Let me get this together before the fest.
You are fine. I'm for real. All right. We got a few minutes. No one's on the live yet, but that's all right.
I got a good view of you and Chiquita and Queenie when she go. It's gonna be fine. All right, all good.
Ooh. I'm so glad the weather finally broke. I just thought
that
that.
gonna stay this time.
I hope so.
so.
I definitely
Like,
hope
we're
so.
not going back to the 40 degrees no more. We're not doing that.
Snow in May. No.
It's too
Yeah.
much.
Definitely too much.
Not.
I had a client, he was going out to Arizona, and he's like, yeah, it's supposed to be snowing out there. I was like, sir, excuse me? It's May? What are we talking about? What's going on here?
Yes. You have time to practice call. Hey, you downstairs? The door's locked on the on the door.
I can slide. That's cool.
Okay,
Someone's gonna come down. You see the little shop there at 3501 is there?
Thank you, too.
Color girl with a blue dress is coming.
No, you come around to the back
Girl with
right
a
off
blue
the
dress.
alley.
When Chiquita, I won't be talking
Someone's
to
coming
you, but
down
she's
the
not going to be
right now. We're just about to go in the air.
Is everything okay?
See the alley?
You look so cute today. Look at you. You got all jeans. Shawty got the microphone jeans. Hey to everybody that's listening in on the live. Happy Thursday.
And then mic check.
Okay. Mic check.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. One more time. Do it again. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Is it? Mic check. Mic check. Hey Lila, I see you. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Or today.
Yeah.
It's still daytime. Look, I'm trying to make it the nighttime. We don't even need to do that.
I imagine before it got warm, you all were up here at night, right?
We
It
were.
was getting dark at
It was
4:30.
dark by the time we got here. Mic check, mic check. Ooh.
Yeah, we can sing.
Okay. We about to get ready to start. So when they come in, we'll just I'll do a little bit of talking beforehand so she can get settled and then we'll be good.
All right.
I'm excited. Yay.
Mhm.
They made it back. Here, come on down.
And then you're gonna sit right over
How are
there.
you?
Hey,
Come on in.
Hey, baby, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you.
I know, right? Come in, sit down.
Yeah. Yes.
We're about to get ready to get started. I'll talk with the girls for a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you all in. Okay.
All right.
So just to give you a real brief thing, I'm going to ask you all about what you do. Congrats on your show. I saw the announcement. If you need water, you'll have it next door because we can't have anything in the studio. I'll ask you all about yourselves, and then we'll get into the festival. Okay.
Every Thursday from 6 to 7 with your host, Miss Michi, where they playing the hottest hip hop and R&B on my radio Chicago.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's your girl Miss Michi, and this is the Blueprint Radio. Happy Thursday!
Hey, welcome. I didn't see you come in. I was like doing my thing.
How you doing?
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Okay. We have our guests in the house. We have Queenie Greene and Wanda Muhammad. They are talking about the Feminine Thespian Fest tonight, but we're gonna get into that. But first, y'all, we gotta recap. First off, let's shout out our sponsors. Shout out the My Radio Chicago and also our My Radio Phoenix family. Hey to y'all over there on the West Coast. We gotta shout out our sponsors. We have Gary from JV Bootcamp Radio. Okay, make sure you all tune into his show every Friday from 8 to 11. Okay, then we also have ANF Transportation for all of your party bus needs. Crescent Day Spa if you need to get a massage or get contoured. I mean, it goes down at the Crescent Day Spa.
I'm trying to get contoured. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out.
Look, Disney, if you're listening, man, okay, we need to get that together. And then if you need a personal trainer, make sure you get with my girl Chrissy with Get Fit with Chris. Her husband, Powerhouse Meals, he also does meal prep. So we shouting them out too, because I don't know about you all, but I know I need a little bit of help with the meal prepping sometimes because life gets busy, right? Then we have Pouty Girl Lip Gloss, the best lip gloss in town. Make sure you use my promo code Michi Pouty2. I will be posting about that. So if you want to get your lip gloss, make sure you hit my girl up. And lastly, we have R-Wise with all of your beauty products, shampoos, everything you need. Rochelle with R-Wise, she got it. So what's up? Hey, T.
Hey,
You looking real
Michi.
good today.
Girl, it's nice outside. I gotta be a little cute, you know.
You a lot of cute though. What's up, Chiquita?
What's happening?
Hey, look,
Happy
you looking
Thursday,
good.
ladies. You know I love you, girls.
Love you too.
I look forward to Thursday.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
a fun day.
I do.
You know?
Yes.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna have some fun. We always do.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a little warm,
Yeah.
so we gotta make up
get
for
ready.
it.
Okay.
Definitely. So I wanted to get another shout out in to Cool Out. He had us on his show, The
Okay.
Basement.
Yes.
What's up?
Chiquita, I'm so glad that you got everybody on there. We had a good time Saturday.
We did. I must admit.
It was great.
And but that's not it, because we're doing it again.
We doing it again.
So y'all make
One
sure
more time.
y'all
One more time.
Yes.
We're coming back with all of that. Well, look, now that we done got through all of the announcements, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes,
Welcome.
yes.
I just want to go ahead and jump right in because I'm really excited about this festival that you have going on. But I want to know a little bit about you all. I want you to tell me, talk to my listeners. Queenie, we'll start with you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Queenie Greene. For those that don't know me, I am the owner of WVOG Media Chicago, online radio WVOG Media Chicago. Also the owner of 13 Greene Enterprise, marketing and business consulting, along with graphic design.
Okay, you do it all.
Yes. And I'm just. Yeah, I do the radio thing and I do a lot of other things, but overall empowerment of us, melanin empowerment, and then lady power.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's and that one's gonna go number one.
Yeah, so overall, I'm now being called, motivational, just a motivational empowerment speaker, and I'm kind of getting.
That's exciting.
I'm getting used to having that, or people considering me that for myself,
right?
Because I just just like to you got it, girl, you got it, boy, you know. And so,
well, you figure if you're doing the business consulting, naturally you're uplifting people and getting them geared up anyway, so it comes naturally.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know how you supporting people until like they tell you, like, you know, you really do.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So I just saw your announcement today. Are you announcing that right now? Or
we can definitely announce it. So for the powers that be, thank you, Miss Wanda, and to my sponsors. I will be coming away. I'll be taking a little break from radio for a little bit, and I'll be going to TV. Thank you. So Live with Queenie Greene will be going to TV.
I saw it and was so excited. I was just like, is she coming on the show tonight? Like,
it's something new. It's something new. It's something fresh. And I'm excited. I would have 15 years ago, you would have never told me that it was going to go from, you know, being a beautician and a nail tech to going to radio and TV. And so, yeah.
That is levels too.
I'm excited about it. Very excited about it. Can TV.
Okay.
You are looking at one of my producers. Miss Wanda will be one of the producers. And Can TV, we premiere in July. So stay tuned. And I'm gonna have to have you ladies come in on the show.
Don't tell me it was a good time, okay? Because I'm like, I'm finna go I'm finna go get me a new waist trainer tomorrow. That's all you got to say.
I'm pulling out my calendar and the Google Calendar. I need all of that.
Okay. ASAP. Because so I'll be doing just pretty much the same thing that I do on the radio. And I've been doing. I've had so many shows, but they've all geared toward showcasing the local talent, showcasing the politicians, just trying to get the community more involved with knowing, you know, what's really going on other than we just got to get up and vote. Actually knowing why we're voting, what they're doing, whether they're doing it or whether they're not doing it. Right. If, you know, those type of things. And so the show will be going, so we'll be doing it on TV and showcasing black-owned businesses more than anything too.
I love it.
Look, I got a segment that I'm gonna share with you. That I think that will be really, really good. With that. I'm gonna share it with you. You can just go ahead and make you got the TV connection, but I'm gonna share it with you. I think that is so amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Wanda, you are the producer. So tell the listeners what it is that you do.
Well, first, thank you for having us. But absolutely, we've been doing TV for about 15 years now. I started TV with a show for youth called Shaping Young Minds.
Okay.
And Shaping Young Minds is a show where the youth are the host of the show.
Okay.
And then we bring on adults to be interviewed by our young people, right?
Look at that.
So we want them to have that early exposure to what's possible, right?
That's right?
So if you're in the professional realm, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're whatever you may do, if you've achieved some success with it, we want our young people to know about it as early as possible, so that they can follow some of your footsteps and learn what your mantras are, what were some of your success habits. What schools did you go to? What classes did you take? You know, how did you overcome these hurdles? You know,
that's right.
And usually I'll give them a few questions, and then they'll take over, and it just goes. So we're connecting them generations. You know, that generational conversation, connecting the youth with the older generation, and getting them into the habit of listening, because it's so important for young people to listen to their elders, so they can, you know, avoid a few pitfalls maybe, and stay out of trouble a little bit if you can, and definitely have that leg up for it, opportunities,
right? Because they'll have experience that dates all the way back. I mean, that's amazing,
right?
Because I think a lot of people, like, I mean, I don't know for myself, I knew that I wanted to be in media somehow, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to achieve it. And you know, you feel that. So to give them a resource like that, I think that's
amazing.
It is definitely
what the communities need nowadays. Because we definitely lack resources like that.
Yes.
So
it's important that you're even giving them the opportunity to know that it's possible. Because honestly, I always knew that I wanted to be in radio or media in one way or another. But it wasn't attainable to me. That wasn't a job that I'm like, oh, I can do that. Like, I can get this money. And I come from a healthy relationship with my mother who said, do it. You can do it. But it was just never a thought to me until I'm almost 30 to even try, you know.
And everybody does not have that those motivational people behind them
right.
to just say, hey, you know what, you should go ahead and go for it.
Right.
And then excuse me, go ahead.
I was gonna say in our community we see more of I don't know if you can do that.
Yes, right.
Do it,
yes,
do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it was President Obama that said, if you don't see it, you can't be it. Mm-hmm. So if you give them opportunity to see it and see somebody doing it and actually meet that person in person,
that's right,
and hear what they did, they'll be inspired. Well, maybe I can. It won't be in the abstract anymore.
That's right.
It's
right
there,
right.
sitting there, talking to them. So
look at that, y'all are a part of that.
And also that last part I wanted to say is we have to tell our own stories. Because somebody else has been telling our narrative, right? Somebody else has been shaping our images.
Changing the narrative.
Yeah.
That's so important. Like, so many people talk about the narrative.
Yeah.
But they fail to put forth the effort to help change it.
It's no movement
I get
after.
it can't be done overnight.
Right.
But it is a process.
Yeah.
And we got to first start the process in order for it to come to life. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. See a lot of we need to do this and we need to do that, but we're not doing much. We just, it's a lot of
talk
people.
About it.
Right. A lot of people, you see on the social medias and everything, people are like, we need to do this, we need to wake up, we need to do this, but they're not actually doing it. Like, you have to get up and at least try to pull for one, or get to at least one. Because they say what, each one teach one. If you reach one, you done one job.
Just one
person.
one person just reach out to one. Like they don't understand the impactment that can have on the community.
Yes. Yep.
Just one.
And we had some great success stories. I had a young lady who went and worked for Oprah. That started off on my show.
Yeah.
I had a young lady that became one of the Miss Teen Illinois.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we have a young man that's on the radio currently.
Okay.
And a young man, he's a rapper doing his rap thing.
Okay.
And there's one other success story I wanted to share. It's eluding me right now, but they went on to do some great things. Some of our hosts.
Yes.
That's amazing.
If you
got that buzz,
they will
come.
Right. Now, how did you all get connected with one another? What brought you all together?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Yes. So everybody, feed your LinkedIn account.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, I hear it's a spot.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is so good because you get that profile. You find out what city they're in. You get a lot of detail. I was so impressed by Queenie's bio that was in there. I was like, I need to talk to this lady. Let me call her. And everybody doesn't call back, but some people do. And Queenie was one of those ones. She responded, and
you know what? She messaged me too, and I was so glad that you emailed me, because sometimes I was using it actively when I was pursuing work, but as I've delved into this, I got away from it a little bit. So when you reached out, I'm like. And I went back and saw it. I was like, I'm so glad that she emailed me, because I check it every day. But LinkedIn is the spot. So for all professionals, if you are trying to build, it's so important. Go on there and have an all-star profile. I mean, I try to tell people that. I'm like, are you on LinkedIn? As soon as they tell me that they looking for something, I'm like, are you on LinkedIn?
You can find everybody.
It's like a resume. It's just right there. Right there.
Smack you in the face.
And you'd be so amazed at how many people are doing such great things. Especially in our community, it's good to hear what people are doing, and also it's also affirming to know that we're really thinking the same thoughts, and we really want the same things. So, like it says, making those connections, people are really out there. Nothing is new. Even the idea that I'm going to share in a few minutes, it's not new. I talked to so many people, it was like, I was thinking about doing something like that. And I was like, I know.
Right, like now, come and join forces.
Join in, we need you.
Okay. We can't team up. It definitely takes a village.
You can't do it. You have some people that will want to do it by themselves. I'm like, wouldn't it be more effective if we all came together? Because, even with my show, that's what I strive to do, is to have people on and just let our area know we have great people here. I think we want to support Black-owned businesses. We want to support people, but you may not be exposed to what it is that they're doing. And if they can come on, my show, or come on your show, or your show, and have a platform to display what it is that they do, we are opening up their audience to everybody, so we can, really get together and do some things.
And they just put out there in the world that, one of the things that I try to really, really put out, and my goal is for around, not just with our city, around the world. Because as far as the major commercial media, they think we all just dying. You know, Chicago is being put out there as we're just, you know, when if you go somewhere else and you're from Chicago, they're asking questions like, so can you just leave out the house?
Yeah.
Like we're not just like we're not just leaving out the house and getting shot up. We're not just everybody's not just shooting each other. I think that's big too with all of the different platforms that we all have here in Chicago. I think it's important to get that out there to show that not only are, whether it's women or men, not only that we are strong melanin queens and kings, but we are working. We not just shooting. Yes, it's going on, but guess what? It's shooting going on everywhere. It's going on everywhere.
Don't
and it's
get
just
twisted.
It's right. It's just really showcased here, and I think it's really important, just not only for us in our own city, but just to show also the world that no. Don't let see it from our media, not just from the
media that's out there.
Right. So we have our own little media going on, you know.
Well, she is on fire over here, y'all.
Yeah.
We gotta take a quick break, pay some bills. We'll be right back with the Blueprint Radio.
All right.
The air is looking. We needed to kick on quick.
Okay. We do, but it's still good.
We can open that door a little bit. Let's try to get some stuff circulated.
All right.
I got some waters next door. We can't have it in here.
Right.
Okay, Kia Worrell McLean says, empower the melanin lady.
Yes. I'm gonna get me a little sip real quick.
Brandon Roosevelt says, hey, beautiful lady.
Hey, Brandon. I'm sorry, you keep gonna have to move this morning.
It's okay. Y'all okay?
I'm gonna come and grab something.
Yeah, come on.
Chicago gets a bad rap. I know when I moved away from a while, people thought that was asking me all the same questions.
Yeah, they did that to me when I went to college. They're like, oh, so you're not scared of what?
Yeah.
You're talking about my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, I know them.
Chicago is a beautiful city. Oh,
yeah.
The views and opinions are not those of My Radio Chicago or the Support District Radio Network, but solely of the creator of this program, MyRadioChicago.com.
My Radio Chicago is brought to you by the Support District Radio Network. If you haven't already downloaded the app, please visit your Google Play or your Apple Store and download it today. We're taking over internet radio, baby. Get in tune. Listen to your hottest R&B band, Chris Brown. Usher.
Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you.
And Jacquees.
Brandon says the light is baking, y'all. Yeah, the sun is baking us, baby.
Get into the day.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Say what?
Hey, cool, I'm set. What up, William? I bet $1 million you can't do it in one take. Boys, you crazy. Well, drop them dope lyrics, fool. Man, yeah, I already know.
We got a BDS license, so we legal. The youngest internet radio station is for my people. Go ahead and get behind us, dog. My Radio Chicago, dog. We supporting the district. Pull it up and tune in and listen. Cool our 7 inches in and Grandma May on the mission. We keep it hot as the kitchen. Better get a taste but witness 365 and 7 days. You know we stay on our business. Too many shows to name, but the numbers are sick. And the fellas is goons and the females are stick. And we feel it for life. Don't get us hungry and thirst. Internet airways, we put the comp in the dirt. My radio, believe me, I like it loud. I'm the man with the thoughts that can rock the crowd. Walking down the street to the hardcore beat. My Radio Chicago vibrates the concrete.
Yeah, but MJ saying it was cool. I slipped the shots out, done. And we hit every Friday on My Radio Chicago. Catch us from 11 to 1. Download the My Radio Chicago app and listen to us at the right. Let us take you to y'all. Yeah, you did.
That's like our new school crucial conflict.
Right. After this, you know I love that. That's my favorite. It should have been like 4 minutes. We needed another one. Y'all familiar with us?
I got the horses in the back. Horse stock is attached. And it's mighty black. Got the bushes black and black. Riding on a horse. You get what you horse. I've been in the valley. Been up on the horse. Can't nobody tell me nothing. They can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. They can't tell me nothing. Riding on the tractor, lean all in my butt. Cheated on my buddy. You can go and ask. My life is a movie, but riding blue. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
He did. He has one.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Somebody must have been playing with it and
And I like the remix of Billy Ray Cyrus.
There's a
Me too.
I love it. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Miss Michi. We are back at the Blueprint Radio with my special guest. We got Wanda Muhammad and we have Queenie Greene. They were just talking about everything that they do. These ladies are so phenomenal. And now we got to jump into this festival that you all are having. Talk to us. The Feminine Thespian Fest.
The Feminine Thespian Fest came from a vision, actually.
Okay.
And an experience that I had about a year ago. I had an opportunity to go away to South Carolina for a women's retreat.
Okay.
It was multicultural. We got a chance to really just get into sisterhood, do some little exercises. The facilitator did one particular exercise that stays with me forever.
Okay.
So imagine you're in circles of three. She put us in circles of three.
Okay.
Right? And the person in the middle is supposed to begin to speak and begin to talk about what is your greatest aspiration? What is the most thing that you have been wanting to do? You don't really see how you're going to do it, but you see it. You know what I mean? We all have those. And then on each side of you, your two sisters are telling you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. I know you can do it. I see you doing it. And just reinforcing your thought for you. Because oftentimes what we do is we talk ourselves out of our visions and we talk ourselves out of our dreams, right? We sabotage ourselves. Right. And there was so many other experiences like that we had. And all I kept thinking is, man, we need this in the hood, right?
Right, yes.
Because our sisters need this. Because our sisters need that inspiration. They need to believe in themselves. They need to, like we were saying, change the narrative, that has been fed to them over the years. Now, we do have many very successful C-level executive black females doing great things.
That's right.
But we have a segment in our community that hasn't made it out to it yet and that are still struggling. And so this fest is really designed for the underprivileged black women.
Okay.
We're giving them a day of just majestic pampering, just entertainment. It's actually 2 shows in one. So inside the theater, the thespian means of the theater or drama. So we're doing 7 short plays. We have a 4 target categories. We're dealing with breast cancer. We're dealing with domestic violence. We're dealing with formerly incarcerated, and we want to honor our seniors. So those are our 4 primary categories. And we have 4 short plays about each of those things that inspire, uplift, and generate a lot of love and sisterhood and support. And then we have a couple of other plays mixed in there. We brought in some male energy, so we have a couple of brothers that have submitted some plays
Gotta
for
have
us.
the male energy.
Yeah, right. You gotta go nowhere without your brother. I know I ain't trying to go nowhere without your brother.
I know that's right.
And so we're going to deal with mental illness because it's real. It's real. And this one brother's story, it was a result of a racist hate crime. He lost his son. And he went back to his life and kind of put it away and thought he was okay, but in other ways it was coming out. His family and his wife and his daughter and just doing all kind of things totally out of character because he's actually a college professor. So he's middle class, doing well, but his mind was messed up from what he experienced, right? And like I say, he checked it, so I'm a man up, I'm going to just get over it, but he couldn't get over it. And that's just symptomatic of what we often do when we have these traumatic experiences. We just kind of put them down and think we can handle
try
it.
to keep going.
And keep on going, and it resulted he was about to lose his job and everything else, so he had to seek counseling. So our counselor is a female, well-renowned female therapist, you know, and she has this way of working with her clients where she actually goes into the experience with them and takes them back and identifies where the origins of things are and brings them through it. So that's just one of the plays, right?
That is a lot.
That's just one of the plays. And then we have another play that's dealing with domestic violence, actual domestic violence. However, we will not be doing any domestic violence on our stage or portraying it. But we're going to talk about the after effects. We're going to talk about the effects. We're going to talk about the mindset. What gets a man to the place where he wants to batter a woman? What's going on with him? And then also help our sisters understand, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Or maybe I need to recognize his triggers better. You know, maybe I need to understand him a little bit better. So this is also designed to give us some insight into our men. Right? Not that we're taking the blame for battering, but we do want to understand how we can coexist with them better.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what the lineup is. And then outside we got the Drum Divas. So the Drum Divas is a female drumming band. They're going to be drumming, bringing some rhythms, raising the vibration.
I love to see when women play the drums.
And then we got some spoken word artists coming. We got some singers coming. So we just going to have a good time. So it's an all-day event. It starts at like 10 in the morning and goes till 8 or 9 at night.
Now, I know with giving back, you naturally are going to have people assist with that. Let the listeners know, how can they support?
Okay. Well, we do need businesses that will sponsor women to attend. Because the women that we're targeting, we're going into the small churches and the areas where people can't really afford an event like this. It's $60, but that's a lot if you got one check coming in a month, right? So that $60, it includes two meals, your brunch and your lunch. It includes all of the plays and all of the outside activities. So we're inside and outside for this festival, right? Because we don't want you sitting in the theater all day long.
Can't have you cooking.
Right, so we got to break it up a little bit. So those that will sponsor, we have a wonderful reciprocal for you because our theater has this big old backdrop screen. So we can actually put your commercial up in our theater. So, you know, when you go to the movies today, you see commercials, right?
That's right.
And that's what helps pay for it. So for any business owners out there, if you would consider putting a 1-minute video with us, that will actually sponsor 5 women to attend this event. If you'll do a 2-minute video, that sponsors 10 women. If you'll do a 5-minute video, that sponsors 20 women. So we have that put in place for you so that you can support yourself as a business owner or as a professional, but also you're giving something back, right? And you're helping helping someone get inspired and motivated, because we're gonna just pour the love on them and just let them know that, sister, we with you. You're not alone.
I love the populations that you all have chosen for the event, because I think that a lot of the times, I mean, we don't check on our elderly, people. We don't. The women, if they have gotten out of jail, I mean, they need a fresh start too, or just someone to pour into them, because I'm pretty sure that experience is draining in itself.
Just women just with jobs. There's
just a need of just a sister girl to be like, hey, I see you. You know.
So that's one of the things that we're really, really, really trying to promote. And if you ladies, it would be great because we all have mothers, sisters, aunties, cousins. We all have someone in the family that has that life that she needs to experience. She needs to get away,
if not
one of the four.
That she needs to get away, even if one thing that we won't disclose if the person being sponsored. If the woman being sponsored, we won't disclose her or her story unless she wants to put it out there.
Okay.
I'll be sponsoring a young lady, and I do know she's okay with me talking briefly about her story. She has 7 children. She has 7 children, low income, and she just needs that sometimes, that shoulder to cry on, that, you know, just to get away sometimes. So the goal is also, if we can find, if you have someone, whether it's in the community or one of your friends or a family member, a lady that just needs to get away, sponsor her. Sponsor her, because more than anything, it's just it's more of a support.
That's
building a sisterhood and a support system.
Well, I know I'm going to be dropping the information so that, you know, everyone that tunes in and looks on the pages, that they can get in touch with you all. I'm definitely sponsoring someone. I mean, I'm pretty sure, let me just go through my mind, and if there is someone, I can send them to you. But if not, you give it to a lady of choice. You know?
And if someone wants to donate, or if they, you know, contact us and say, I would like to sponsor, like, you don't necessarily have to sponsor someone specific, but if your sponsorship dollars will go toward a woman, a lady, a queen, a mother, and so you don't necessarily have to. If you don't have anyone, I don't think anyone doesn't. But you know,
we all know somebody.
Right, we all know someone, and
say, come yourself.
Yeah, come yourself.
Look, sponsor yourself.
Yourself. I say we won't disclose. But if both parties are willing and they want to be recognized, we're also going to have a segment at a point of the festival where we'll be giving honor to those sponsors and those being sponsored. So, you know, if they're okay with it and say, hey, I'm okay with that, then you know, we'll announce that Demetria is sponsoring, you know, this person. And you know,
I'm personally excited, ladies. You know, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for, you know, your vision that you had, thinking about other people, because I don't know about you all, but just being able to do for others, that brings me joy.
It
really is.
You know me. Everybody will know me. I have such a nurturing.
We have to pay some bills, y'all. We'll be right back.
All right.
You ready for your stuff? So we're gonna probably only have a few moments to touch on. I've been hearing lately there people are like, it's a war on women. I want to talk about it.
It's a war on women. It is.
What could they take over? All of the highest spots right now, all of the highest seats in Chicago are mainly held by women. The mayor,
but then you know, they have all of these bills that they're passing in regards to our bodies. So, you know, we're stepping up, but we're still it's just like, okay,
like that's normal though. You know how they do.
Yeah, they just like this. They like that. We can't give you everything.
They like, look, alright, we gonna let y'all go, but listen, we told y'all, reel it in. Right. You ain't that important, bro. Come on back here. Put this boot back on your dick. Right, can't drive. Can't go to school.
Right. Like, he was like, you're gonna catch me whipping this vehicle, sir.
Okay.
Whomever.
First of all,
I need to get the car.
When Hillary was talking about running for president, they had to do like video meetings and stuff, because they wouldn't, certain countries wouldn't
let her come in.
They wouldn't come into their building and be
You already know who it is.
Well, did y'all watch The Handmaid's Tale?
I haven't, but
y'all need to, because this is what we're living in. Everything is the beginning side. All of this, it's on Hulu. If you have an unlocked Fire Stick, you can just look up.
Ma'am, I have Hulu.
Okay, so I was gonna say, because if you don't unlock
everything is out of it.
It's a TV show. Right. No, but you have a section in your, if you have, it's the section in that app.
Okay.
Called Hulu. And you'll be able to go to it and see it. Or you go to popular TV shows. The Handmaid.
It's a series, right?
Yes.
Look, I've been hearing a lot
It's
about
going on the third season. And it's like, it all started with them just passing these crazy laws. And you like, wait a minute, they separated church and state. So how's this? And then it all turned into a religion. Child, if you were deemed an unclean woman, baby, you was a handmaid. They reprogrammed you, sent you to a concentration.
You are killing me.
Sent you to, you know I be knowing. That's why I'm T with the
I
T.
had tuned down real quick and then tuned back in. I'm like, oh, I need to tune back out again.
What happened to the rebels? Because I think I'll be on that side.
The rebels, if you made it to Canada, you was cool. If you didn't,
We go to Canada.
You was out of there.
yeah, you got hung on the wall, or you
Oh my God.
Welcome back, everyone. It's your girl, Miss Michi. This is the Blueprint Radio. Gotta give a shout out to my Radio Chicago and all of our sponsors. I will list them at the end of the show. I want to get right back in with my special guests. We were talking to Queenie and Wanda about the Feminine Thespian Fest. I will be dropping details for that on all of the social media for the Blueprint Radio. We definitely want to support a deserving lady in Chicago. Is more than enough, people out here, more than enough resources. Let's come together and make sure that we take care of these ladies August 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah.
It's important. It's
Yes.
important. We have to do our part. I'm sponsoring a young lady. Make sure that you get on it too. I mean, come on now. We spend it's $60, right?
Like
we spend $60
our
on
aunties,
what?
our mamas, our cousins.
Everybody
needs.
I'm sure they
everybody know at least one somebody.
use
That's
a
right.
treat.
That
Right.
can use
or you can use
That
the
was
tree.
sponsor your baby mama.
Hello,
Right.
don't you want her to not call
If y'all don't
you?
even have a relationship, sponsor her anyway, and
Yeah.
maybe
Just
it'll
because
change
she
the
deserves
course.
it.
Okay,
Right.
she's
Right.
amazing. So y'all sticking around with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Let's hear
Okay,
it.
that's what I
wanna
like to
the
hear.
tea.
So now we have T with the T. What's up, Sierra?
Ooh, child.
Talk to him.
Is Lori Lightfoot the realest mayor of all time? I just want to know. So we all love Lori, for her antics or whatnot. Well, this morning she went on the Kendra, Kyle, and Leon morning show on 107.5.
Yes.
She was an interesting interview.
Okay.
They talked about quite a few topics and things of that nature, but they asked her a question about, her policy and things, and she basically went into, I think the people of Chicago want to see me get ish done. But of course she said the actual word.
No, she didn't. Did they leave her out, honey? Because I was listening to Spotify.
Listen.
Hey.
It was hard to when it's live radio, so some people heard it, some people didn't. And Kendra G actually was like, this was the best day of all time because it's like, bruh, I got the mayor sitting next to me and she cursed on my show.
On my show.
Right. Like, this is amazing. But I like it because I think it's making her look a little more human to me.
Yeah.
It's making you a little more relatable to me because with me being younger and things like that, I was really rooting for a younger mayor to see some change.
Yeah.
But as soon as she walked in the door, she like, nope, I'm fixing this, I'm fixing this, I'm fixing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm about my word.
Absolutely.
So we might have the realest mayor of all time. Possibly.
Okay.
Moving forward, prison reform is a thing.
Yeah.
Meek Mill is back in the news. We all know that he actually ended up doing about 4 years in jail for popping a wheelie in a video and trying to stop a fight at an airport. Well, there have been rumors surrounding the judge and how she was upset because he wouldn't help her with somebody's career. I don't know if it was her career or like her cousin or something, but somebody close to her.
That sounds too personal. I'll be like, that's too
child.
personal.
It was a mess. She was mad at that man for not remaking a Boyz II Men song. Yes, and that's when she got harsher on him. Yes. Yes.
This is for real?
This is real. This is real.
So she had like judge stuff to do?
No, she got that to do. So with that being said, the Philadelphia DA accused her and called her actions, or he said that the actions created the appearance of partiality and that her court abused its discretion. Yeah. So the DA basically, they confirmed that Meek is entitled to have his conviction vacated.
Okay.
Which would be great. And so Yeah.
Because that was absolutely ridiculous.
It really was. It really was. But he had enough people make enough noise because he's famous, which is a good thing in hindsight.
Right.
Because if you think about it, it's like, okay, now it's bringing attention to what's really going out.
That's right.
It's going on with all of us, and some of us broke. We don't have good lawyers. Well, the DA is like, they're looking at it and they're like, listen, we gon' help you. We gonna let you bring this case
Is
in.
it enough to take her, you know what I mean, off the
they still have to investigate her because it was some things that came out, but you know they're gonna want some more before they actually be like, nah, bruh, you can't do this.
Because if she's doing that to him, then she's doing that to
She's
little
doing that
people
to
that's not famous.
right,
for sure.
You know, like that's like y'all didn't go and give me some Boston baked beans. Boom, you gonna waste your time. Sir,
That's what it seems like.
What is your problem?
I gotta follow this case, huh?
Right.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
follow it. All his social media, he only said this is not a guaranteed win for me, but it is a step in the right direction, which is right because his career is starting to look up and everything. Like he's really starting to kind of climb.
And he's being
you know,
real modest about it.
Yes.
So you know he can be a hot hit.
Yeah.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
But he even got back cool with Drake, so I'm okay with that.
Drake is back.
He's
Drake
right.
is back.
He's right.
So if we're gonna mention Drake, we have to give him some shine. Drake, if you listening.
Oh,
we're gonna need some tickets.
With that being said, so all right, entrepreneurs, it is your time. Chameleonaire took to his social. Yes. Running dirty. Yeah. He took to his social media to basically say that him, E40 and some company called Republic, they're an investing company. I googled it. It was kind of boring, but they invest in and stuff.
Okay.
It's amazing. But they're investing $25,000 in a minority or woman-founded startup.
Okay.
All the details are on his social media. I think that everybody in this room needs to go there and find out what he
did. My application.
Yes.
And you know what? They think that he fell off. They think that Chameleonaire fell off, but he did not. He got his money and went and did the right thing with it. I'm just like,
yes.
you gotta come through and invest your money, right? Because
definitely.
These are not things.
So many artists are using their platform.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, for the community.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I think Nipsey too. I think the Nipsey situation just kind of
it's blowing it up
and it's
making
other people like
realize the important role that you play in changing the narrative.
And he has such great
that
energy.
Yeah.
That's true. And Miss Michi, I hate to kind of hurt your feelings a little bit about Bae Drake because he be tripping. And I'm gonna round this whole thing out with him.
We're not gonna talk anything negative about Drake on the Blueprint Radio. Nothing.
Well, on T with the T, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what's going on.
Ma'am, what are you about to say about Drake?
No, it's not horrible. It's just that Drake be doing too much at these Milwaukee Bucks games. He has officially pissed off the head coach, Mike Boldenholzer. Not sure what that last name really is. We just gonna go with Mikey. So Mikey got mad.
Mr. Boldenholzer.
You're not gonna do. First of all, you're not gonna treat that man like that because he's done nothing to you or Drake.
Mr. Burns.
But Drake apparently got very excited at a Milwaukee Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors game, and Drake is
I'm
a
looking
brand.
at him questionably at this point.
Oh yeah, there's an issue. He's a brand ambassador for them, so I guess he gets seats wherever they play, and he decided to go to this particular game, and he's so excited that he's down on the sidelines, like on the court.
Okay.
Oh geez.
Massaging the head coach's shoulders, laughing at people missing free throws, being absolutely ridiculous. Like you literally have to look at these pictures.
I'm gonna look at
and I'm gonna tell you now.
I'm going to look at them.
Look it back.
Yes, because this
We gotta go check that. Drake, what are you out here doing?
Tripping. So
I'm trying to figure out, was he hanging with Future? Was this some
so you gonna blame another person?
I'm talking about like the things that they get involved in.
Classic enabler.
Yes.
So we're gonna move forward. But yes, he was like,
you still on that part.
Yeah,
he was just touching me.
Yeah, he was just like hyping everything up and jumping up around, and they're like, well, first of all, there's no room for spectators. Now, Mikey's petty, because Mikey goes, there's no room for spectators, fans, or whatever it is that Drake is to the Raptors.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes, he threw shade in his interview. So, of course, Shade Queen Drake took to social media to say, first of all,
she is really on
it's
that
no
acting
law.
up. She don't understand
Listen,
the level
of disrespect.
There's no disrespect. I'm just saying.
We are not talking about Drake negatively.
Drake took
We
social
are not
media.
Hashtag we are not talking about Drake. That's messed up. Drake, I want you to get it together though. You got us looking bad out here.
Yeah, and don't respond with there's no law against me doing this. If y'all don't want nobody to celebrate, then maybe y'all should play better. Who you talking to, sir? Who you talking to?
She just dropped the bomb.
Who you talking
to? Did you see her trying to ease up out of that, and you had to go in there and be like,
yeah.
Moving on, we're gonna jump into our topic of the day. We're gonna jump into our topic of the day.
I don't care.
Thank you, T with the T, for jumping into us tonight.
You know what? I'm feeling a lot of shade coming from that side of the room. You're being real petty right now. You don't even know Drake. You know me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We're keeping the rest of the tea. But no, that was Gary.
Hey,
He's here. He is here.
Hey.
So before we went on break, well, actually when we were on break, we were jumping a little bit into our topic of the night, the war that's currently on women. Right?
Yes. Okay.
You all had some great thoughts. I hate to have to put y'all on rewind, but I want to know your thoughts. Like, I think we were talking about how we have so many women in prominent positions right now. It's absolutely amazing. But then on the other hand, they're passing laws and different things where it's kind of governing our bodies. Mm-hmm. What's some of y'all thoughts on that? I mean, I have mine. I'll share mine, but I'm more interested to hear yours.
Well, I heard it's about that money. Because the United States of America is a corporation. And for every baby is born, that's revenue. Mm-hmm. So it don't have nothing to do with loving babies. Don't have nothing to do with religion.
Because they don't care.
Don't have nothing to do with abortion. If they want that baby alive. And they don't take care of it after they get here. Mm-hmm. So it's about money. It's a money thing.
My body is my body.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, leave me alone. Pass a law.
Yeah.
God gave me this. And I'm under his rule. So you can't put something on paper that, is about me. And who
they
I
did
am.
it though, girl. They doing it.
I think they're out of line trying
to
to govern that fact. But I think if they want to be more pro-life, then you should attack the people that choose this as a profession. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm pro-life, but I still think that women should have the right to choose. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can absolutely. I think that you can be both. I think people try to separate it and say, no, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's like, how about my body, my business?
Yes.
My body, my business. Like, back off. Whatever I do, if you decide to take a course of action versus I take this course of action, that's no one's business besides me. Me first, maybe the person that I'm dealing with, if it's my spouse or significant other, whatever. But I don't know. It angered me a little bit because I feel like as women we have gotten so far. We're moving. I think that there was a statistic that was out, and I don't know it exactly, but I will post it when I find it because I like to fact check. Where black women, we were on the rise as far as entrepreneurship and everything. So we're making some strides, but then it's things like that I feel like it takes us back a little bit, and it's upsetting.
Well, there's also the statistic of black women being the highest rated for death during childbirth and the health care after having the baby, like postnatal, all of that stuff. They're dying having children. A lot of women are not having kids because they can't afford them.
Right.
They're scared. Health reasons, all of that stuff. So how you gonna tell me, sir? Because it's a sir.
Yes.
In all of the situations, it starts with a sir.
Yes.
How you gonna tell me?
There's a couple women in there that's endorsing it too.
Right, but it starts with their head, and their head is the man. and then it trickles down. I agree with you as far as the money thing, because I don't know if y'all saw on Channel 7 News the other night, actually, that they're doing tourist babies. So there are immigrants. You ready? Yeah. You ready? Follow me. There are immigrants of European descent that are allowed to come into the country, have the baby, have the birth certificate that says that they're a U.S. citizen, go back to their country, raise that baby, and send that baby to America to go to college because they have a foot in to go to college. Then they can sponsor their parents' visa to come back.
Oh, wow.
And that is on the news. This is a fact.
Like that.
Yes, this is a fact.
That's like trafficking.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Like legal.
Yes.
They're legalizing trafficking. That's exactly what
and
it
it's
is.
like posts online and stuff where you can pay for like this posh living space and everything, and you get like your health care and all of that. It's like $8,000.
Now, it's only after that this is being written off on taxes. If you're doing
100%.
We got Trump deporting and separating families right now.
And then babies are dying.
How does that make sense?
And those babies are
dying. Yes, they're not.
But it's happening.
Taking care of them.
It's happening. But it's like a lot of different demographics that are doing it. But no, but 100% it is of the European descent is they're fine because they have the money to pay to come over here and do what they need to do, and then do more. So I just think that
refugees are the refugees on that list?
Right, that are pregnant at the border and whatnot.
Right. Somalia and these places that are at war and are
in
Africa.
Right.
Africa.
Yeah. No, not them. It ain't none.
It's just, it just really, I think that it's unfortunate that when things do get passed, it's always, it's minorities, and then, as women, I feel like it's just not really accounted for. And and I'm just, you watch the news and it's just like shaking my head. I'm permanently on that when I watch it and I hear the news or I read something. It's just so unnecessary. It's so disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it's discouraging. Right. But it's informative. So if we don't
keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how you know what to pay attention to and how you should maneuver beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I do want to give us a chance to loop around one more time to talk about the festival, because the festival that you're having is something that's combating a lot of the things. It's helping the people. Yeah. Shout it out one more time and let everybody
know. The festival, the Feminine Thespian Festival, thank you. It's coming up this August 3rd and 4th in Chicago. It's a celebration of womanhood. Exactly. And we will be at Morgan Park Academy on the southwest side at 2153 West 111th Street. Okay. It is particularly designed for women in poverty, so we definitely want people to think about sponsoring a woman, someone you know or someone you don't know, to attend this event. And it is about women's empowerment. Thanks to Queenie Greene, we have our phrase. It is self-empowering movement. Self-empowering movement is what it is. But it's inspired because we also recognize we're at a certain time. We're at a certain time and people are making desperate moves. Like what you're talking about, that's a desperation move.
Yeah.
Because the people of European descent, just to be honest, their population growth is at 0.
But look at
for everyone that's born, one dies.
Did y'all pay attention to that?
Yes.
The fact that they're trying to stop women from having abortions, but they're also somewhat smuggling in babies.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Just real quick, and I actually read on this and looked at all of the statistics and actually looked into the websites. Planned Parenthood, the government and Planned Parenthood signed bill for Planned Parenthood that the aborted African American babies, when they abort a fetus, and when they abort a fetus, African American DNA and African American cells from the fetus are used. The stem cells from the fetus are used for the immunizations, and so young ladies, I'm just going to say this: young ladies, be careful when you walk in these streets, because this is one of the reasons why young ladies are being found with not just come up missing, but come up missing with no organs, right? Because our DNA is being used to counteract our birth And there is also being there's something. It is what it is, y'all. There's something about where we come from. It's something about what's in us, and it's being used for immunizations. And so the immunizations that we go and we're said that we have to have. You'll get DCFS called on you if you don't get these immunizations.
Right, and people looking at you crazy. Like,
and so when you think about that, what they are shooting back into the world comes from our cells, from our DNA. And so I wanted to touch on that because talking about the abortions and so this is one of the reasons they are they're trying to take us away. And then also one of the reasons why they're doing that transition and that kind of transaction is because that is being put back into their babies. And that's why I asked was the refugees on that list, because
that's true though. Yeah. Look, if you have a chance, if you've never seen The Immortal Cells of Henrietta Lacks or read anything on Henrietta Lacks, you should
get into them
for sure.
Eugenics.com. So eugenics.com.
Y'all better drop these gems if y'all listening in with us.
Look, dropping right.
They are
eugenics.com.
Most definitely. Well, ladies, I am so glad that you all joined us in the studio today.
Thank you.
Like I said, I will be sending my sponsorship over and encouraging people that I know if they can do the same. Because I think that what you're doing is a great cause. It's going to help a lot of people. So I'm glad y'all came on to promote it today. I'll be sharing it up until August 1st.
Yes, we're going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
Celebrate it.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Chiquita, what's up? Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Tea with the tea.
You know, I think it's
so informative. Absolutely. The energy was amazing. The information was even greater.
Yeah, we'll come back and then y'all come in.
And I was like,
on TV with me.
We come on TV. One time we have to shout out My Radio Chicago and all of our sponsors. Gary, he's in the house with us right now.
Yay! Protege in the building.
Absolutely.
That's my protege. I got to make sure I let everybody know. Make sure that you all. That's right. Make sure you all are downloading the app. Okay, so you can not only listen to my show, but all the other amazing shows on My Radio Chicago.
Yes.
Shout out to Crescent Day Spa, Our Wise, and Ed Services, Pouty Girl Lip Gloss, and My Girl Fit with Chris. It was a great show today.
It's always a great show.
Beautiful outside, beautiful guests, beautiful event. Make sure that you all.
Y'all ladies coming together.
Yes.
Right. And, it was hot in here earlier. We brought the heat when we came. Then we did cooled it down. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We will be back next week. See y'all then. It's the Blueprint Radio.
Right.
That was good.
That was.
They probably got that woo on there.
Really good.